What's up, guys? Shouri here, and today I got some amazing news. So, the biggest problem I see right now with the game is the fact that if you go in solo, you basically lose, which is fine. I mean, it's kind of like a team game and stuff. But the reason you lose is because of how terrible the matchmaking is. You will go in at like 900 trophies, get a guy that's a random with 500 trophies, and their team will be a team of 3 with 1,500 trophies. And there's really just no way to get around this because you can escort glitch to get your trophies up. You can cheat in free for all, and I guess they just don't care. Like the number one hunter is a super cheater. Like there's so many people in this game that get their trophies illegitimately. So casual's just kind of terrible. And you're either going to win every single game as a really high rated person, or if you play solos, you're going to have people get you frustrated. It's just not great. And then the problem is ranked did not have a way for you to be able to play it solo past gold 2, and even at that point it was really hard to get those games. But I can tell you, boys, this right here is solo at platinum, because they made it to where there are more ranks, and for whatever reason it has made it to where there's definitely no wait time for these games. I think I waited about 30 seconds for the majority of them. I think I played like 7 or 8 matches. And the really cool thing is, I only lost one. And it was a super close escort match. We got it to like the very end, and we just lost in the last like 15 seconds. Because, I mean, you still have some bad teammates. It is what it is. But the thing is, they can't get to a certain level without winning games, because the way it works is unlike trophies, to where you can literally play Sentry, put your turret out, and never lose trophies the whole time, because you'll get assists, least deaths, and it'll just give you MVP, and then you'll get carried sometimes. So you'll just get trophies. I've seen 1,200 Sentries do this. It's stupid. Yeah, that will be another video for another day. But you can't do that in ranked, because whatever you did, it doesn't matter. You either win or you lose. And while that system feels like it sucks when you come in first every time, trust me, it's really good for what we need it to be. Basically, it's going to filter people into categories that they should actually be in. The reason that it didn't work before is there just weren't that many categories. So you really couldn't be placed where you needed to be. But now that there's some separation from the best of the best, and then the people who just aren't so good, you can kind of be distributed a little bit more evenly and make it to where you are fighting within your class of people that are at your skill level. And this is great, because that means people can slowly get better over time. Because right now in casual, you just have people who suck getting absolutely destroyed in their spawn by teams that are way better, and like you don't really get much better from that. And like it really sucks. But if we can have a ranked mode that you can play in solo and get pretty decent queue times, and remember, 30 seconds to like 2 minutes was at the worst time for NA, which is like noon on a weekday. So this is not peak hours, guys. And these were great times, and this is platinum. So it isn't like it was before, where the second you hit gold 1, solo was over. I mean, I'm solo in platinum with pretty good results in pretty good time. And here's the best part about all of this. The more people who understand that you can play ranked, it's a better experience, means the higher people are going to be ranked, and the better the game overall will do, because you will have your people at the top be pros and just good players. Right now, it's just pro players at the very top. So as soon as you were able to get to them in the platinum ranked, you basically had to play pros every single game, even if you weren't a pro or even anywhere near that. But now that things are a little more evenly distributed, and the more people who play ranked, the more and more there's going to be normal people at like that mid-level. And that way everybody can play, and everybody can like get good games, and everyone can get better at their own pace and eventually rise through the ranks and become those top players. But right now we didn't have that. And there was no way to get that because casual is just absolutely gone. It is just worthless. But they could fix that too. Because remember, all they have to do is stop people from being able to cheat by getting low-level people in escort. Yes, it's not cheating that'll ban you, but let's be real, it's illegitimate. And then people actually cheating in free-for-all. So, like, if they got rid of that, then the trophy system would be a little bit better, but they also have to do a whole lot of stuff. But we don't have to worry about that. We have this. We have ranked. And the more people who play solo, the more people there will be to play. And so we're going to be doing something. Myron's on board, and I have some other people that are definitely on board as well. And we're going to do something like solo Saturdays or solo Sundays, to where we're going to have everyone like master rank going solo and just get a bunch of games. And that way we can all have fun, everyone can play, and even at the higher ranks early on, we can get this going. And it won't be just like the same team every single time. It'll be fun. And so that's the plan, is to kind of have these solo Saturdays or solo Sundays and just kind of make it to where we get the whole community involved. We get everyone to play more, and then the more people there are to play, the more fun it's going to be, and then the less people will quit, and then the more people we can bring in, and it just cascades into something really great. And the game we love will be able to survive and thrive. If we don't do something, it's not going to get better on its own. And they're working to do a ton of stuff, and it's really good that they're doing that. But we have an opportunity here to make ranked something really good. And by having everyone going in solo, getting better and better, they're going to move up into those higher level games and be able to be the good players that we really want in our game. And it just isn't really possible to do that unless you have a way for people to progress with people at their same skill level. And we just didn't have it before, but we do now. And that is so exciting to me, because I honestly didn't know how we were going to fix this. And oh my god, that hunter just got destroyed. That was hilarious. But, like I said, I have no idea how we were going to do anything about any of this. And there are a lot of ways that you could fix the casual thing. Like, you could put everybody into the same queue, kind of how ranked is, but just for casual modes. But then people couldn't choose what they want to do. But the problem is, in order to have people play at the same rank with as few players as are playing, is to make it to where you can't have 5 separate queues. You have to choose. Like, hey, I want to just play casual, or I want to play ranked, and then it try to match people that are like within 200 of you. That way you don't have the thing where random solo 500 players get matched into people who are at 1500 plus as a team of 3. It's absolutely crazy, and it makes for such horrible gameplay for both sides. But now what we can do is we can play ranked, and if you aren't good, you're not going to go up in rank. I mean, not at first. And that's the best part, is you're going to stay in this rank caliber with the people that are as good as you are until you're able to win more than you lose. And then you move up, and then you play the harder people, and so on. And it will just eventually, you get better and better until you're in the higher ranks and the higher levels of the game. And that's what's so cool. We can finally do that. And the reason it didn't work before is you just didn't have enough ranks. I mean, the second you hit Gold 1, you could play Joper, who has Platinum 1, 7,000 wins. And just absolutely no one played Platinum as a solo. I mean, heck, I got to Gold 1 with a pretty decent, amount of time. I mean, the queues weren't too bad. And it was really easy wins. Like I said, everyone has to be able to win more than they lose to stay there. So you're going to have people that just aren't going to be complete anchors that run out and die without knowing how to fire, which happened to me in Control yesterday. So great. But it can't happen in this. So that's the cool part. If you're good, you will rise through the ranks. If you aren't good, you will stay there until you are good enough to rise. And the more and more people who play ranked, the easier it is to rise up, because you have more people feeding in the players that are playing it more and more, which will always be players that are going to improve and get better. You're going to learn new techniques and just things that happen to you in the game, and then you copy it, and that you just get better over time just by playing. And so eventually you will have a fully fledged rank system with a bunch of players who are happy playing, And you're not going to have it to where I go like 16-3 and lose. Yeah, that happened too. I mean, it's just absolutely absurd what some of these matchmaking games really end up being in casual mode. So, if you can just eliminate that by having teammates that are just a little bad until you can carry up until you get to the higher ranks. And then if you keep adding people in games that do good when you do good, they'll usually accept. And then you can start playing with team of threes with them and just do even better that way. And it's just a really good way to be able to get people to play at their own skill levels and get better. And that's all I really ever wanted. And we finally have the ability to do that, and I'm so happy about it. I mean, honestly, I was really starting to lose hope in this game because of the way that they just let people in escort with no trophies match up against people who are number one on the leaderboards, like that loser Sonoy. But, like, I mean, it just really sucks. And then, like, free-for-all cheaters that literally are doing bannable things that are, like, becoming number ones in the most wins. Like, the Insanity guy just became, like, the number one hunter. And, like, he literally has cheated for every single game I've ever seen him play. Pages and pages of screenshots of this dude cheating. And I honestly think that when they had some of the jobs get cut at T3, it just left a lot of people doing so much work that something slipped through the cracks. And while it's not okay and it sucks for us, we do have to be understanding they can only do so much. They are humans with families and jobs, and they want this to succeed as much as we do. So the good news is we have rank now, and there is some competitive integrity in it, and now that you can actually queue it, it works. And watch this super long range second ult for Scotty across the map. Hit both of them. Let's go. Just so great. But what was also great is how much fun I was having in ranked. And I despise solo in this game. I've been doing it for videos and stuff. And dude, when I go like 16-3 and lose, it makes me so mad. Because I'm not mad at my teammates, just so you know. What I'm mad at is the fact that the game put a guy with 500 trophies on my team versus a team of 3 with 1,500 trophies and gave me a challenger bonus. Which basically just means, like, here's your trophies. We know that we're going to make you automatically lose. I mean, sometimes I win them. But, like, for a lot of these, like, you can't win no matter how good you are. Like, and they know that. That's why they're like, well, we'll make it where you don't lose your trophies. But you're going to get smashed. And when that stuff's happening, like, the people aren't getting better. They're not having a good time. And it leads to not wanting to play or to be like Sonoy and be a loser and go play like 50 trophy people on 3K trophies because you're just not good. So you want to get all your trophies on people who don't know how to play. And it's almost hard to blame people like Sonoy, who are giant losers, for doing that because what are they supposed to do? Play against people like me? I mean, they're not going to have any fun if they do that, so I mean, it makes sense. But now they can play people in Silver League in their own skill level, and then they can eventually become better and better, and then it's just more fun that way. And they don't have to go abuse low-level players and be losers like Sonoy. They can be cool people like me. And so, basically, don't be like Sonoy is what I'm saying. Don't play like 50 trophy people in Escort. Get better at the game. Play ranked solo. You can actually queue and get into it now. And you will get better doing that. It's just a fact. And your teammates will be less bad than if you go solo and pretty much anything else. And the coolest part is, the reason that I went into ranked is I couldn't get a game in control because it was really, really bad time for NA in the middle of the day at like 11 a.m. But it let me into my ranked game in 30 seconds. And then it happened over and over again. And in Platinum Solo, let me play. And that was the thing. Gold 1 used to be where it stops. But now it doesn't. You know what else doesn't stop? The amazing thumbnails that Jordy sends me. They just don't stop, man. He sends me the greatest things ever, and I send him money back. If you want that same arrangement, I'm sure he'd work out something with you. So go to my description and then get his Discord information, add him, and see if you can work out a deal. Alright guys, I hope this helped, and hope you have a great day.